Welcome into today's discussion about resilience, about how I have defined this term, which is fairly nebulous and cloudy and fluffy, like leadership, like management. But I use that term not just a tagline for these episodes or just as a title of the book, Resilience, the Beauty of Presence. It came to me for a reason, and that reason is this. I propose to you that thing called resilience, not just because of the almost like continuous, always evolving and changing level of chaos and confusion and frustration that we all experience today, either in personal or professional endeavors. That quality that we all still have, you don't need to buy it. I propose to you that we all have that. I only ask you to untap that. Open up to it. Discover it for yourself. Apply it. Recognize it. Acknowledge it. And then share that. That's a big ask without any proper context, which is why I present to you every day a new view or perspective on that term resilience, and that guarantee to change your perspective on this present moment every day. This is about the challenges that we receive. And the challenges that we receive are relevant to the ones prescribed first to each of us to experience and also to produce through them. Not just to let them happen or accept they're happening to us, but take that experience and produce through that. And that production, personally, individually, is that function, but also then for others to witness and to observe. And whether you know that or not, someone's watching. Some entity is watching. Somebody's observing, maybe for positive, negative, support, or resistance. But more importantly, are you observing it? Are you observing what you're doing and why you're doing it? Because when you do that, you can then appreciate what you're doing and then freely communicate that as well. And doing that observation and recognition has nothing to do actually to do with you or I directly or individually. All of these, like today, every experience is for and from that higher power / creator that you identify with. The one you identify with and then you recognize as the source of your existence. I can respect the perspective that it seems like the distribution of talents and gifts and graces and kisses and losses had not been equal. What I get, what you get, what they get. The inevitable questions about why me or why not me. Questions like that, many may not ever get resolved or ever satisfy your human inquiries. But if you would ask the organic questions, those things I call curious, sincere, genuine, original questions, if you were to ask those kind of questions that pertain to you and your condition right now, those kind of questions contain the very answers and guidance, the guidance that you really need to heed and to hear and observe. Not like you want to receive them or in the form and fashion and with the quickness you think you deserve. If you think you deserve that quick response or that, what's it called? instant gratification, take that up with your higher power or creator. But with the courage, the confidence, and humility to accept the direction you're guided towards, this is the resilience that I described to you the best that I can with this limited viewpoint. Now, the references and the relevance may not make that pink notice at work important to you or soften that blow. Or when you receive those divorce papers, or when you experience the physical death of someone you knew or know, or not getting that $1 million or crypto deal done, or the notoriety of an idea you once had but someone else took the credit for. It's all still relevant to what you came here to do, to complete and to produce. Now, that's not a throwaway or a dismissive closing part of this conversation. That what happens to you, or happens to me, or that person over there, and say, well, it's all relevant. It's almost like that statement about it is what it is. I really resist that notion because it doesn't give me any substance to chew on or to grapple with to understand what does that mean. I know as base, it's just saying just be present. But to me, that lacks the foundation or the depth and the breadth of what I can take and use in my life, in my experiences, in the lessons I must carry forward if I commit to that positive yes and love perspective. And that's what I want to do in each and every day, to present that to you. Now, whether you like that or accept that and find it useful or not, unfortunately, not to sound dismissive, I don't really care about that. I care about the integrity that I intend to relate to you. Now, it could be muddled or hard to understand from my diction or the pace or however it comes across to you. I do not ever intend to confuse you or to upset you, I'm going to do that. I'm only giving you the best I have in this moment. And that's all I'm asking you to share with me or with others, the best you have in this moment. Remember, even though it may not be as eloquent or as sexy as Denzel Washington or who else? Idris Elba or Barry White or Isaac Hayes. I wish I had that presence physically and voice-wise. But I only give you my best each day and on this topic that I really commit to present to you consistently, that this is what we have internally with each other, within each other, and that we can share without fear of not being accepted. So, thank you once again for considering this. Look at it as a small challenge to take in what this guy is giving you today, use it appropriately, and discard it as appropriately as you need to. Until then, stay safe, stay present, stay current. No matter where you are in this world, please remember, it is always 8:20.